Greetings, Human Life Forms. I'm the Meister. Welcome back to another video on my channel. Today, I'm gonna be doing the my predictions, my weekly predictions. This time for week 12, and as you can see right down there, we got a little puppy. Oh yes, he loves the basement now. He's absolutely in love with it. But anyways, I just want to get right into this. So let's get started to kick off week 12. It'll start tomorrow on Thanksgiving, like around 12:30ish on CBS, I believe. It will be the 3-7 Houston Texans going into Detroit to take on the 4-6 Lions. Now, last week, the Texans had a great game. Deshaun Watson, probably the best game of the season so far for him. Defense played solid against Cam Newton. Not much else to say. It was just a pretty good performance. And then you look over to the Lions. They got shut out 20-0 by the Panthers. And the Panthers are no longer known for their defense. They're known for their Bridgewater and Robbie Anderson connection, and Teddy Bridgewater wasn't even in that game. It was P.J. Walker, and they still dominated the entire game. I don't think the Lions' defense played that bad. I mean, it's 20 points. But their offense did nothing. You gotta do something. And I like Houston's defense more than I do the Panthers. So that tells me that Houston's going to easily walk away with this game. Unless the Lions can change something, I don't see how the Lions can win this game. So I'm going to go with Houston for the first game on Thanksgiving. Now for the second and probably final game on Thanksgiving, you got the 3-7 football team going into Dallas to take on the 3-7 Cowboys. Football team dominated the... Oh, he looks sad. He looks real sad. Yes, he does. Oh. But the football team dominated the Cincinnati Bengals for one reason only. They hurt Joe Burrow. If they want to get in the playoffs, they gotta injure players because that's the only way that they're gonna win the games at this point. And they've done that with, oh no, that was the Giants. Never mind. But you know what I mean. The only way they won that game was because Joe Burrow got hurt. And look on the other side of the ball, the Cowboys, they actually scored a lot of points. Ezekiel Elliott didn't have that bad of a game. Andy Dalton had a great return. He had some great throws. CeeDee Lamb, he had probably his best game with the Cowboys. Defense, as we all know, didn't play well as expected, but their offense played pretty good. But when I look at this matchup, I more look at the defenses because both these offenses are kind of in shambles. I like Washington's defense better because they have a really good defensive line, and I think it's going to force Andy Dalton to make a couple bad decisions for a couple picks. And that ultimately be the turnover of the game, if you will. So I got to go with the football team in this game here. This is a really tough game for me to choose, but I'm going to have to adjust out to the football team. He is so cool. Okay, he's doing business. Okay. Now this game would have been on Thanksgiving, but the Ravens had to ruin everything. But I'm still going to predict this game now. The time is to be decided. They say it's going to be played on Sunday. There's rumors that it's going to be played on Sunday night, which could happen. But the 6-4 Ravens at the 10-0 Steelers. Ravens last week could not stop Derrick Henry if they wanted to. He completely destroyed that defense like he always does. And again, on offense for the Ravens, they still ain't playing good. No, they're not. I don't know what's wrong with the Ravens. They just got to get better play calls in, honestly. They got to change something up in the coaching department, get in a wide receiver. They got to do something if they want to still compete and try to win this division, even though it seems like it's in the Steelers' hands. And as we go over to the Steelers, they blew out the Jaguars, as expected. 3 points allowed. That was predicted because the Steelers have like the best defense in the league. And the Jaguars have a pretty terrible offense. And offensively for the Steelers, they had a solid game. And again, I wasn't against the best defenses in the league, but I still think that the Steelers should walk away with this game, and they should be 11-0. Sadly. So, moving on to the 1 o'clock games, you got the 6-4 Miami Dolphins coming off a terrible game against the Denver Broncos last week. Only 13 points against that beat-up defense is unacceptable, and I am pretty sure only 10 of those points came when Tua was the starting quarterback. And then Fitzpatrick almost led them to a comeback to force overtime, but he was picked off in the end. Defensively, I guess you could say that the Dolphins played okay on defense, allowed 20 points, which I guess is good. I think that's a good, but again, the Denver's offense is beat up, so to see them score 20 points against the Dolphins' defense that has been known to do crazy things these past couple weeks is just mind-blowing slightly. But the good news for them is they are going to face off with the 0-10 New York Jets. Defensively played terrible against the Chargers. They could not stop a single thing that Herbert was doing to them. And offensively, they played okay. They almost made a comeback against the Chargers that most teams do. The good teams make the full comeback. The bad teams never do. So, I don't know. I think they're playing better with Joe Flacco. A lot of people are noticing that. So, still, I don't think there's a chance that the Jets can win this game. They've already been eliminated from the playoffs, so they don't have too much to fight for except for stats at this point. So I got to go with the Miami Dolphins for this game. A lot of people probably will. I don't even think Jets fans would think that the Jets are going to win. So moving on, we got the 6-4 Arizona Cardinals coming off an ugly loss to the Seattle Seahawks on prime time. Cardinals offense could not get much going. They scored 21 points, which isn't too great. Especially with what they've been doing these past couple weeks, they should have scored almost 40 points on that Seahawks defense. That defense of the Seahawks is atrocious, but showed improvement against the Cardinals. And defensively, I guess the Cardinals defense did what they needed to do. Held Russell Wilson to only 28 points, which, oh, look at that. Look at that. Oh. Ooh. Oh boy. Okay, hold on. Okay, hold on here. Hold on. Oh, it's okay. Oh, yes. Oh, yes. Oh. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, I see teeth. There's teeth. There's teeth. I love you, but you cannot show the teeth. Yes. Duh. I don't trust that. He's known to bite, so I don't trust it. Oh. Alright, so, yeah, the Cardinals' defense did what they needed to do against Russell Wilson, but their offense, again, didn't step up the way they were supposed to, which led to their fall, but they are facing off with the 4-6 Patriots, coming off an ugly loss, again, to the Houston Texans. Defensively, Deshaun Watson figured them out. They picked their defense apart piece by piece. Patriots couldn't do much on defense. And then you look offensively, they scored 20 points, which, looking at Houston's defense on paper, is not that good. And they only scored 20 points. It's like a similar situation with the Dolphins here. They couldn't do much at all as well against the Houston defense. And they have another tough opponent with the Arizona Cardinals coming to town, and I don't think they're going to be able to hold Kyler Murray. So, got the Cardinals winning that game. moving on, you got the 4-7 Carolina Panthers coming out on a shutout. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh yes. Oh. So let me grab my paper. As you can see, the Carolina Panthers held a shutout to the Lions of the So I'm gonna be like this for a few minutes. Just you guys probably don't care. But yeah, shutout is the like they play great defensively. They completely figured out Matthew Stafford, and when you look offensively, are you grumbling again? I'm trying to make a YouTube video. Let me grab this. Okay, let me grab this. Oh, he's in a bad mood because I keep talking. Yeah, and offensively they played all right. They played okay, especially when they got a backup in like PJ Walker, but he has experience in the XFL, so that's probably another reason why they scored as many points as they did. And then as we look at the other side of the ball, their opponent, I should say, the 4-6 Minnesota Vikings, coming off a loss to the Cowboys. Sorry. Defensively, I don't know what was going on defensively. It was just terrible defensively. I don't know what it was. Excuse me. What's going on? Yeah, I don't know what happened to their defense. Their defense was absolutely terrible. Offensively, they played okay. They played all right. But, again, their defense just needs to step up, especially when you're going against an offense like the Cowboys. There's really no room for much I don't know how to word that. Whatever. Defense was supposed to shut down Andy Dalton, and they didn't, so. Which makes me want to pick the Panthers over the Vikings. Which is the only reason why, because the Vikings defense didn't do their job. So I gotta go with the Panthers here. So moving on, we have the 3-7 Los Angeles Chargers coming off a shootout against the New York Jets. They played great offensively, defensively, not so much, which is a concern because they're going to be facing off with the Buffalo Bills, who have been playing great offensively this year. Defensively, not so much, but yeah, defensively they've not been playing as well as they have been last year. So which is an area of concern for the Bills, but I think they obviously got enough firepower and talent to strangle these Chargers to death. So I gotta go with the Bills here. Moving on, yeah, the 7-3 Cleveland Browns. They had another terrible win against the Eagles, but horrible weather conditions, so I'll let that slide. You're about to fall. Okay. Their opponent, the 1-9 Jaguars, coming off a blowout loss to the Steelers. Not much to say there. They're just a terrible team. They're starting Mike Glennon, whoever that is, against the Browns this week. There's no way the Jaguars are winning. Browns, moving on. 7-3 Titans had 7-3 Colts. Colts had another statement win last week against the Green Bay Packers, as everyone probably saw on Red Zone or on Fox. I think they proved themselves that they're a good team, and they're going to stick around come January. And you look at the Titans, even despite their 7-3 record, they've been struggling this year. Derrick Henry had a terrific game last week against the Ravens, so that isn't a concern for the Titans, but I think this is going to be a similar situation than last time when these two teams faced off, with the Colts taking the victory. So, got the Colts winning that game. Moving on, 3-7 Giants at 2-7-1 Bengals. Yeah. I would have gone with the Bengals in this game because the Giants are part of the NFC East, and every team of the NFC East sucks. But since Joe Burrow is out with bad quarterback play like from last year with the Bengals, they can't do anything on offense, so I got to go with the Giants here in a close game. Giants winning. Moving on, 6-4 Raiders at 3-7 Falcons. The Falcons just I don't even know what that was last week. That was just terrible. Every phase of the game was absolutely terrible for the Falcons. Raiders, they held in there with the Chiefs, did everything they could have done, but they could not lock up on Mahomes' final drive of the day. So, Raiders are a good team. They're just flat out a good team now. They should take the Falcons down easily. So, Raiders. Next up, you have the 8-2 Saints at the 4-6 Broncos. Saints strangling the Falcons last week. Taysom Hill, he played pretty well. You look at the Broncos, they played amazing defensively. They completely figured out Tua and how he performs with his left hand. And offensively, they did what they needed to do. You know, they Drew Lock, he played well. He didn't play the best, but he played well. Again, he just did what they needed to do to get the win. But facing off with a team like the Saints, they ain't winning. Sorry, Broncos. Moving on, we got the 4-6 49ers at 7-3 Rams. 49ers coming off their bye weeks, so nothing really to say there. And you look at the Rams here, they figured out Tom Brady. They shut down Tom Brady, and they did what they needed to do to make sure that Brady didn't get a game-winning drive on them. Goff played well. The offense was in sync. And I think that the Rams should be able to split the season series with the 49ers. I think this guy's getting annoyed at me for keep talking, so I'm going to hurry up and wrap this up. So, Sunday Night Football, 5-5 Bears coming off a bye week. Nothing to say there. Going into Green Bay to take on the 7-3 Packers. Packers are slowly cut open their foot against the Indianapolis Colts, but I still think that the Packers should win this game. If anyone says the Bears, I can see it, but I gotta go with I gotta go with the safe choice with the Packers. Moving on, last game, 7-3 Seahawks at 3-6-1 Eagles. Seahawks did what they're supposed to do, dominate the Cardinals. That's what they've always been known for, even though with struggle. But they always beat the Cardinals, which is what they did. Got what they needed to do. Eagles, terrible team. Seahawks. Boom, I'm done. That wraps it up here for this prediction video. Sorry, Eagles fans, you're part of the NFC East, and you're facing off with the Seahawks, so, yeah. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Hope you guys enjoyed seeing Wushu. He's always cute. But I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Go Bills, and I'll see you guys in the next video, whenever that is. So always, as I say, life forms out.